Very rarely is marriage 50-50. Some days it's 30-70, some days 60-40, some days 80-20, and some days the fire truck completely derails it. How much did Steve have to pay for that?
Going to take someone really special to embrace Avery's performances. And one night I FaceTime Avery. She answers in her drunk Avery voice. She's like, hello. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She's like, I'm out at a bar watching the Cubs game with Matt. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that she's been drinking. I'm like, can I talk to Matt? And we're making small talk. I'm getting to know this guy. And Avery, in the background of the call, she starts putting ketchup and mustard on her finger, squirting it on her finger, and licking it off. And Matt's like, yeah, does she normally do this? I call my mom the next day, and we decide, okay, it's time to have this talk with Avery. So we three-way call Avery in, give her a little lecture about like, hey, it's maybe time to leave the performances in the past. And Avery says to me, I'll never forget it, she says, Matt likes me exactly the way I am.
I love my brother. I think he is one of the best human beings in the world. I think one of the themes I heard from a lot of Matt's friends is that Matt shows up. He moves the needle. When Matt's in town, everyone gets together. 2015, Matt and I started a company together. He was the intern. He hasn't left. And it's actually pretty incredible. He's grown from someone who helped me out in the pinch to a leader that anyone can count on. And I know Avery can count on Matt too.
Avery, I can't believe it's my sister's big day. Having you as my best friend and sister all in one has without a doubt been my greatest gift in life. And when we would fight when we were little, growing up, our grandma Gigi, she would yell at us and say, you two don't know how lucky you are to have a sister. And it's days like today that remind me how lucky I am to have you. You've been my protector, my favorite person to laugh with, and my favorite person to go through all stages of life with.
You look beautiful. I love you, Dad.
A few years ago, I got a phone call from Avery, and she said, well, I'm dating this boy, and he's a golfer. And you can imagine, I got really excited. But Matt, when I really got to get to know you, I knew you were the right one for Avery. Your kind-hearted demeanor, your funny, dry sense of humor, your calming force that keeps Avery calm and chill, and that's a job. And I told you, I'm tapping out, she's yours now. But I know that you are Avery's rock. And I could not be happier and more blessed knowing that Avery will be with you forever.
Today, we're gathered here to witness and celebrate the marriage of Avery and Matthew. Matthew and Avery will mark their transition as a couple not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but also the love between all of us. This is not the beginning of a new relationship, but an acknowledgement of the next chapter of their lives together. Avery and Matthew have spent years getting to know one another, and today will bear witness to what their relationship has become. They're the most selfless, loving, and goofy people I know. I think Matthew and Avery are pretty amazing because they're surrounded by some pretty amazing families. I encourage you both, never lose your love or laughter. Each day is going to be require different partners to step up, especially as you start your family. I have no doubt that Matt and Avery are going to become incredible partners and incredible parents. Do you, Avery, take Matthew to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and not so good times, for richer or poor, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And you, Matthew, do you take Avery to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, in sickness and health, in good times and not so good times, for richer and poor, keeping yourself unto her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
By the power vested in me and by the state of Illinois, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
On behalf of Dana, Carolyn, Andy, and I, thank you all for being here today and sharing this special day with our two families. For the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Cruz!
Want to thank everyone for coming out. It means a lot. Avery and I have always lived within like a mile of here, so we've passed this place a million times. It's like, oh, it'd be cool to get married there. Like, what a beautiful place. And like to actually do it, just awesome. Let's party, let's dance, and have some fun.
Matt, he gets this from my dad. They're probably the two most selfless people that I know. They will do anything for anyone and expect nothing in return. And really, Matt deserves anything great that happens in his life. And one of those great things is Avery.
Matt, thank you for loving my sister the way she is. That's all I've ever wanted for her, is the ability to be her true, authentic, fun, and weird self. You've made our family better from the moment we met you. You make my sisters so happy, and I love seeing how you two do life together. I couldn't have painted a better picture of what my sister's husband would look like if I tried. Cheers to Avery and Matt, to a lifetime of love, happiness, adventure, laughter, and loving each other for exactly who each of you are.
Avery, today I look at how beautiful you look, but more importantly, how beautiful of a person you have become inside in the past 29 years. I'm so proud of you, and I love you. It's not so much about finding a person you can live with, but finding a person that you cannot live without. And I know that you two have found exactly that in each other. I love you both so much, and I cannot wait to see what's next. To Avery and Matt.
5 years ago, I told you I didn't believe in soulmates. The fact that we are at the same spot we are getting married today has made me believe in destiny and soulmates. I am so incredibly grateful for that night, as it has allowed me to fall in love with the most beautiful, kind, weird, and loving person in the world. I believe we are at our best when we work as a team. I make sure to bring my best self to be the teammate you need to feel successful and loved. I will be by your side to make sure you are always growing and that my vows grow with you and us.
Matthew Ryan, I am so excited to be your wife. I love your dad jokes, your love for maps, your Rick Steves obsession, how sometimes I feel like you're the only person who gets me. You are my home. I vow to always eat chocolate with you after dinner. I vow to always be your travel buddy. I vow to always drop what I'm doing for a 5-minute cuddle whenever you need me. And I vow to be the best wife and mother to our children that I can be. I vow to love you every day for the rest of our lives. I love you so much, husband. Minu.